Well, I didn't think we were going to be back here this soon. Now, I don't actually mean the spark, I mean the topic of today's discussion, which is security that ruins productivity. And I already made a couple of videos about this topic, and what we're discussing is different security measures that were put in place by IT of a particular company that do not actually help with security, but the only thing they do is make people's jobs more difficult. So lots of people contributed their ideas, and today I want to share them with you. So item number one on today's list is going to be difficulty in installing software updates and actually Windows updates while we edit. Now, I write software and distribute it online, and this is a problem that I'm facing or my clients are facing. I often release updated versions of my software where I include additional features that people ask me to, as well as I have bug fixes. You know, all software has bugs and they need to be taken care of whenever one shows up. And so one of the difficulties number of my clients having is constantly updating an application. It is a very difficult process in their company. They have to put a request to IT. IT has to do something, and there's a delay and delay and delay. And often it's a multi-week process just to get software updated, just to have a new feature installed. Now, all this is done in the name of security, of course. However, what if my software was had some kind of vulnerabilities, or it had some kind of problems with security, right? It actually doesn't, because I don't store data and don't do anything like that. But let's say it does, and I find a vulnerability in it. Well, taking multiple weeks to update to fix that problem would be unacceptable. It would be much better to allow user to do that update themselves, so they could update to the newest version that wouldn't have a specific problem. And on top of that, IT often makes it difficult to install Windows updates. I find that a lot of computers have it completely blocked. And if you're not getting Windows updates, you're definitely behind on your security patches that Microsoft releases. So updates to Windows as well as software updates should be quick and easy process. The next item I have is something that few people told me they're frustrated about, is Windows 11 installation. I'm sure you heard of very stringent requirements for Windows 11, that it needs to support specific CPUs plus have the TPMS chip. And people were kind of unhappy because they can't upgrade their computers, and they feel like they should be able to if they want to, regardless of their hardware configuration. So this is kind of a debatable item. I'm not totally sure where I am. But here's the problem. People say, if I don't want to comply with most recent security standards, and if I don't want to have a TPMS chip or whatever, I should be able to install Windows and be less secure. It's my choice. That's how I want to do things. And Microsoft is trying to do is they're trying to boost security, their overall operating system, right? They want Windows 11 to be known as secure and safe operating system. And that's why they don't want people to install Windows 11 without that chip. So I can understand both arguments here, and I don't really know who I would side with. But this is another one of those things where it feels like I should be able to install Windows 11 if my CPU and I can handle it and I have enough memory in the computer, and I should be able to run it. Why do you put all these hardware requirements that supposedly will make things more secure? I don't want that. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Should you be able to install Windows 11 and be a little bit less secure if you choose to, or not? Or if Microsoft is right in enforcing that? Next, changing your passwords frequently. Yes, I went there. We're gonna talk about that. So you hear a lot people say, like, you should always change your passwords, keep changing your passwords, 60 days, 90 days, change them, change them, change them. But I always been thinking, like, why? What is the reason? No one ever says why you should change it. Like, what is the process that makes good password today bad in 3 months or less secure? If you have a secure password with uppercase, lowercase, numbers, digits, whatever, special characters, it's not going to be any more guessable in 3 months than it is today. So I decided to do a little bit of research and, research just Googling online. And I found something interesting. Microsoft has actually published a study saying that changing passwords frequently makes them less secure. Why? And there are two reasons for it. Microsoft says it's because when people change passwords frequently, they make easier passwords that are easier to guess. So passwords become less secure. Now, the second reason for that, and I say that, it's because when you change passwords all the time and you can't remember them, people write them down. Now, if you remember going to like a Relativity Fest or any other conferences where people bring their work laptops, if you carefully look at the laptops, you'll see a number of post-it notes that they have there. And I've seen way too many times different things written on those post-it notes that look like passwords. And I'm sure it's not a surprise to anyone, password that's written down on a post-it note that's attached to a laptop is going to be less secure than pretty much anything else you can think of. All right, guys, so let me know if you agree or disagree with me on any of these, and if you have any other security measures that just ruin productivity and you don't think they help security, please put it in the comment section below. I will include them in the next video. All right. Thank you guys for checking out this video. Don't forget to follow on LinkedIn, subscribe on YouTube, and I will see you next time.